It's your favorite time again. You and I are going to be doom scrolling Twitteroonies. But first up, I want to show you Ivan on tech covering PulseChain. Ivan coming out, he's saying, Pulsicans, what's happening? At least Ethereum is supposed to pump, according to Richard. Oh crap, I just remembered you gave all your Ethereum away to Richard for Pulse. Let's effing go. Love, unity, compassion. So he's showing Travis retweets basically Richard Hart. Richard Hart's got bubbles going upwards for Ethereum. So I'm just explaining to you what's going on. And then Travis on the right-hand side, he's made bubbles, but showing PulseChain's price is just going down over time. As you can see, the bubbles of it, see these bubbles going down. And then Ivan also replies as well. Pulsicans literally seeing their bags with another dude and are happy for them, enjoying it even. What's the word for this again? Thanks. But I've replied to show you, friends. During zombie virus, Hex went down 30%. It held up pretty well. Okay, I wasn't around for Hex that early, but then it went up 27x. So I'm wondering if we had a similar Black Swan event. I'm wondering if we have a similar round of friendship that appears out here. Checking out the timeline, CoffeeZilla out here retweeting Trump. Imagine getting liquidated because of tariff fees on Friday, only to have it called off 2 days later. So this is Donald Trump's tweet. Don't worry about China. It will all be fine. Highly respected President Xi just had a bad moment. He doesn't want depression for his country. Man, that's just... Jeez, man. Richard Hart, it's crazy how little engagement I used to get, which also means some large portion of you still need the education because you probably missed it. Long completely annihilates short in general. This is why lots of firms that only long exist, but near none survived trying short. Mr. Grand Inquisitor, you deserve at least 10 million followers. Okay? So yeah, friends, there are long-only funds and stuff out here. Is you're basically saying over the long run, because remember, friends, when you're long something against the US dollar, which is printing. That's the general consensus. However, there's all these, whipsaws and stuff out here. Mr. Dirty Crypto, PulseChain, good news. BetterBank have unfrozen 3.4 billion PDI, which is $10 million now. And the protocol just went live again. Sign of confidence going forward as holders that can be made full. Okay, great news. Personally, friends, I don't know what's going on with that. There was the exploit. Remember, I called it a joke, better rug. I don't know. There's some insider Fugazi, PulseChain Pioneer. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know how to check the code. I'm just keeping, friends, with PDI, but dude, if it works out, it's 330x to $1. If you want to sell at 10 cents, it's still 35x to $1. People just got liquidated on the weekend because most of the crowd was caught just trying to get a 3x. Because they did 2 to 3x leverage, so they put on 2 to 3x leverage long, and they're expecting stuff to do about a 3x-ish, so they were all expecting an 8 to 10x. So that's what happened with the crowd, fans. No one believed in a 10x in a lot of their coins. Okay, so for PDI, even if it has a chance to do a 35x to me, that's great. Binance have done a recent market volatility update, a story on it. We've got to remember, friends, these exchanges, dude, if you have a liquidation point, geez. Look, we now saw, right? They were willing to send coins to literally zero to liquidate everyone. Okay? If there's a liquidation price above zero, they'll send it there. All right? So we saw it. It wasn't Fugazi. I think Richard Hart is bullish on Ethereum. Le dip. So this is Ethereum coming back, doing the nice reversal upwards. Very nice price action that we've been recovering. It is nice to see, isn't it? News from the timeline. Katy Perry has been hooking up with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Wow. I thought it was gay. So I guess what's going on here? This account is not the real Katy Perry. Katy's got 103 million. It's clearly joking. Wow, we have some community notes and stuff out here. Oh, man. This world needs healing, friends. And it can start by pumping our freaking crypto for once. Kook. This guy's a scammer, by the way. Just to let you know. Friends, he's one of those scammers where he tells you he's doing it beforehand, so that when you get scammed, he actually says this. When you get scammed, he says, "Oh, but I told you this thing was a trash and it was a joke." He's like, "Hey, I'm getting into this joke coin. It could rug. It looks really risky, but I'm gonna have a crack anyway." And then it does rug. And he's like, "Oh, but I told you it's that." He's one of those people. They gaslight, right? CZ had his chance to take down HyperLiquid, but he missed it. If he went all out at the time of Jelly attack and did this mass industry liquidation cascade, instead it would have worked. He had to scale up the attack 100x, but HyperLiquid was already 1000x stronger. And then you scroll down. HyperLiquid is too strong. CZ, you lost. Bow out gracefully. You only hurt people. Look, it is an interesting timing series of events, isn't it? You know? It is very interesting how the entire crypto Twitter, they had a perp dex meta. Everybody's releasing perp dexes. So everyone's trading leverage on perps. Slow 2x leverage and 3x leverage and stuff out here. They're doing that. And then you have CZ bringing Astro, trying to take out HyperLiquid. And then we have this big black swan event that just wipes out everybody's liquidations. So, yeah. Cassius Bridges, PulseChain is still in an uptrend. Well done, sir. Well done. Hopefully we get this up arrow part. Super weird. I just shared my payout. Wow. Nikita Beer. This guy is the head product manager at Twitter. I guess he's been having a bit of a tiff because everybody's been yelling about Twitter to him. Corey, like I said, if the prices can dump that fast, they can pump that fast. So I guess everybody's enjoying this slight recovery out here. Fasting God, Yakub. Richard Hart was right again. Ethereum reclaiming $4,000. That's wonderful to see. And then we have Flood, BitMEX Flood. He used to be on the that's where he gave his claim to fame, friends. He was on the BitMEX actual leaderboard. He had like 4,000 Bitcoin or something out here. Why is nobody talking about the fact that clearly Binance had special non-ADL deals with certain counterparties and is clearly violating the fact they're supposed to be a neutral entity? What other preferential treatment do they give to insiders? Info on users, special APIs. So I think, I'm not sure, proper non-ADL deals. So I think what he's referring to is some funds, okay, who were short into the liquidations, Binance didn't close their accounts out. They did not get auto deleverage. So ADL is the auto deleverage. Because what happens, friends, is if you're long, the market makers don't provide a price for you when they go down because they don't want to lose money. So there's no bid. So how do you get out? You can't hit anything, right? You just send everything to zero, like they kind of did. So what they do is they get somebody who's in short profit. That person closes out their position. Okay, so they're forced to close out the position. So the person who's short, let's say someone's short $1 million of Bitcoin, the exchange automatically leaves a $1 million bid. Now they close you short by placing a bid automatically, and then that person who's long, he hits you, and then you basically matched. But that's why it pisses people off because you miss out on the insane upside black swan returns if you're short into that. But what Flood's saying is some accounts and guys, they didn't get auto deleveraged. Interesting. Here you have Paulo, Tether CEO. USDT is the best collateral for derivatives and margin trading. Liquid, tested by fire. If you use collateral, low liquidity tokens, some bananas, a horse, 3 olives, and chewed bubblegum, then brace yourselves when market moves. He's talking about Ethena, USDE. Ethena, USDE, friends, DePeg momentarily. And I've got the chart here just to show it for you. Do you see this? Ethena, I'll remove the levels here so you can see. So look at this. It went down all the way to, 65 cents. So, friends, do you want to know what saved all of crypto? This is wild. They said on Aave platform, USDE is hard-coded to be $1. So even though the exchanges, the DePegged, Aave hard-coded USDE Ethena's thing to be $1. So all the people on the platform didn't get liquidated on Aave. Whoever had positions who borrowed in it, which I guess is great. It is interesting though, because they just hard-coded it in there. But that could be dangerous one day if the thing liquidates, because then everybody gets to... Because what happens is, if USDE does go to near zero, you can buy a lot of it. You could buy like $1 billion of it for $1, send it into Aave, and then withdraw all the Aave collateral, because the Aave system thinks you have $1 billion deposited in there. So that's why it's really dangerous. That's why Aave, they must have like some real strong, strict banking agreement friendship with USDE Ethena. See how dangerous it is though? Check it out. Oh, Hasib, did Ethena really DePeg? I've seen a lot of chatter about it. The story is that USDE DePeg. So friends, the thing is, it didn't, I think by price wise it might have, but actually they were over collateralized the whole time. This is just some data points coming out at here. So it's interesting how he's just talking about that as well, but it's very relevant to PDI, right? Just to get to see some stablecoin talk. One of the most beautiful moments happened in crypto today. James Wynn space. James Wynn was hosting a giveaway. He gave $500 to 10 people. Then a speaker from Nigeria came on. James asked you what he would do with the money. He said he would use it for his education and medical bills. James gave him an extra $1,200. The man broke down in tears, completely in disbelief. Wow, that's actually great. Great news. It's good to see people, friends, helping each other and doing all that. But, you know, also, just gotta be honest, like, you just don't buy the tokens he shields. James Wynn, he has people like, they laugh at him more than respect because he's just his trading skills are like subpar. He just keeps losing, and yeah. Interesting. Ogle, Crypto Ogle, advisor of World Liberty Finance, deposited $1 million USDC into HyperLiquid 6 hours ago and opened a 20x leverage long on Bitcoin. Wow. And then he also opened a leverage long on Astra. I wonder if you had inside information. Even if we run it back to new highs right now, I personally know traders who ended their own life because of what happened on Friday. We shouldn't be quick to forget the market manipulation. If you're still here with us, I'm praying that we just get some up only, man. It's time to cook up a proper bull market once and for all. Like, subscribe, catch you in the next one.